Peru is like nowhere else you've ever been. It's a country full of surprises, where you can experience a little bit of everything. From exploring the bustling cities along the coast, to wandering through the sandy deserts of Ica. And don't forget about the breathtaking Andes Mountains and the lush forests of the Peruvian Amazon. But to really make the most out of your time in this incredible country, there are some key things you should know. And that's exactly what I'll be covering in this video. Let's start with number 5 on the list of things that you absolutely need to know before jetting off to Peru. 5. Peru has 2 distinct seasons. Before planning anything, you need to know that Peru has 2 distinct seasons. First off, there's the dry season, which typically runs from May to September, sometimes stretching into mid-October. This is the peak time for travelers, so it's smart to book your accommodations and tours in advance. But here's the upside. During the dry season, you'll enjoy almost perfect weather with clear blue skies and minimal rainfall. But keep in mind that it's also winter in Peru during this time, especially in the mountainous areas, so temperatures can be cooler. Then there's the wet season, which lasts from October to April. As the name suggests, you can expect rain during these months, with December, January, and February being the rainiest. February in particular isn't the best time for hiking, as the Inca Trail is closed for maintenance, and other trails may be affected by landslides. But don't write off the wet season completely. There are some perks, like fewer tourists, lower prices, warmer temperatures, since it's summer, and it doesn't rain all day, every day. I personally would recommend aiming for the shoulder months, either April and May, or September and October. 4. Don't flush toilet tissue. In Peru, and actually in much of Latin America, the plumbing works a bit differently than you might be used to. You see, the plumbing is set up for human waste only. That means that after you use toilet paper, you'll need to toss it in the little trash bin beside the toilet. I know, it might sound a bit yucky, but trust me, it's way better than dealing with a major clog and all the mess that comes with it. When you're using public restrooms in Peru, you might encounter some interesting setups, like toilets without seats or even just a hole in the ground. It might seem a bit strange at first, but hey, you can handle it. Just stick to the bathroom etiquette and toss your toilet paper in the wastebasket provided. And if the restroom doesn't have toilet paper, it's a good idea to carry a small roll with you or be prepared to pay a small fee for some squares. And here's the golden rule. Do not flush toilet paper, no matter where you are staying. Unless you're in a fancy hotel, chances are the plumbing system won't be able to handle it. So, always throw your used toilet paper in the bin. If you're ever unsure, just ask at the front desk of your accommodation. It's better to be safe than sorry. 3. Interesting customs in Peru. Peru is an incredibly diverse and also spiritual country. For example, there are people called Quechua who live in the mountains. They have their own language, which is also called Quechua. Kids in these areas often speak Quechua with their families and friends before they learn Spanish in school. These Quechua communities usually stick to their traditions. If you want to take a picture of someone wearing their colorful traditional clothes, make sure to ask for permission first and be respectful. Now let's talk about some special animals in Peru. People here believe that snakes, pumas, and condors are sacred. You might see pictures of these animals in ancient art, and there are many stories about them. While it's rare to see a puma or a snake, spotting a condor is more likely, especially if you visit places like Colca Canyon near Arequipa. Watching a condor fly is an amazing experience you won't forget. Now, before we move on to the next must-know item on our list today, I want to share this incredible service with you parents that will save you a ton of hassle and stress. It can be super frustrating and even unsettling for your little ones when you don't have the equipment you need on your holiday, whether it's a stroller, car seat, or crib. To make your lives easier, BabyQuip provides this ingenious service where you can rent the equipment you need and have it ready for you to use at the airport, hotel, or wherever you're at in the place you're visiting. This service is a lifesaver. And on the flip side, you can even rent out your own gear back home while you're on vacation. Click the link in the description to learn more and travel stress-free. Now let's move on to the top 2 on our list today. 2. Tips for visiting the Inca Trail and Machu Picchu. You'll most definitely visit these attractions during your time in Peru, so here are some useful things to know. The Inca Trail is like stepping into history itself. This ancient pathway winds its way from the Sacred Valley to the legendary Incan citadel, Machu Picchu. But before you lace up your hiking boots, there are a few things you need to know. Firstly, the Peruvian government strictly limits the number of hikers on the trail. Booking your spot well in advance is a must if you want to secure your adventure. Now, the Inca Trail isn't cheap, but it's the only trail that leads you directly to Machu Picchu. Other routes end in Aguas Calientes, where you'll need to catch a bus or continue hiking to reach the ruins. Is the Inca Trail worth it? Absolutely. But if it's out of reach or fully booked, don't worry. The landscape around Cusco is stunning, and there are plenty of other amazing hikes to explore. One popular alternative is the Salcantay Trek, which offers its own breathtaking views and experiences. Now, onto Machu Picchu itself. This iconic site is on every traveler's bucket list for a reason. There are several ways to reach Machu Picchu, so choose the one that suits your schedule and fitness level best. If you're up for an adventure, you might want to consider hiking. There are a bunch of different treks to choose from, ranging from 2 to 7 days or more. If you want a more relaxed journey, the most common way to reach Machu Picchu is by train from Cusco to Aguas Calientes. From there, you can either spend the night or head straight to the citadel. Once you arrive at Machu Picchu, remember that visits are strictly regulated, and you'll need to book a ticket for a specific time slot in advance. Be sure to check the latest rules and regulations before your visit to make the most of your experience. Peruvian food is delicious and adventurous. When you're in Peru, get ready to feast on some amazing fruit. Even in high-altitude places like Cusco, you'll find juicy grapes, sweet watermelons, and delicious pineapples waiting for you at the local markets. It's like a fruity wonderland up there. And don't miss out on trying Chifa Cuisine. It's a tasty blend of Peruvian and Chinese flavors that you can find in restaurants all over Peru. Thanks to Peru's large Chinese community, you'll discover dishes that combine the best of both culinary worlds. Oh, and you definitely can't miss trying the local delicacy guinea pig. It's a traditional dish that's popular in Peruvian cuisine. You'll find it served in many restaurants, especially in rural areas or during festivals and special occasions. If you're feeling adventurous, give it a try and experience a taste of authentic Peruvian culture. I hope you found this video helpful in getting ready to travel to Peru. You're going to have an amazing time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.